Welcome to the Photos of the Past channel. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. This photo shows Fat Man, the atomic bomb that caused massive destruction in Nagasaki during World War II, being loaded onto a transport carriage. Dropped on August 9, 1945, it brought about the war's end and the tragic loss of hundreds of thousands of lives. Fat Man remains one of history's most devastating weapons. This photo shows midget submarines produced by Japan near the end of World War II. These small submarines were intended to infiltrate enemy ships and carry out surprise attacks. However, due to their limited range and effectiveness, they failed to change the course of the war. In this photo, Nazi Luftwaffe pilots gather around a burning coffin in a symbolic ceremony. This gesture likely represents defiance toward the enemy or a tribute to a fallen comrade. In the background, a warplane bearing the Nazi insignia is visible. This photo was taken during World War II and shows a scrap metal drive to support the war effort. The boy is pulling out metal fence pieces to add to the scrap metal collection. These drives aim to meet the demand for metal in military equipment and munitions production, encouraging public participation in the war effort. This photo shows a German woman publicly humiliated during Nazi Germany's rule. She wears a sign reading, "I am expelled from the people's community." Under the Nazi regime, relationships with non-Germans were severely punished, and social ostracism was a common method to enforce racial purity. In this photo, soldiers are practicing grenade throwing from a secure area. With their arms extended through a metal wall, they place grenades in the soil under the supervision of instructors. This method ensures a safer training environment. In this 1945 photo, kamikaze pilots pose with a puppy a day before their suicide missions. Capturing a fleeting moment of innocence and peace, this image portrays the young men who sacrificed their lives, highlighting a brief escape from the harsh realities of war. In this photo, physicist Harold Agnew holds the plutonium core of the atomic bomb that would be dropped on Nagasaki in 1945. Agnew was part of the Manhattan Project, the team responsible for developing nuclear weapons during World War II. The core, carried here in a small container, symbolizes one of the most destructive devices in modern history. This photograph captures Adolf Hitler's last known appearance outside the Führer bunker in Berlin, April 1945. As Allied forces closed in on Berlin, the inevitability of Nazi Germany's defeat became clear. The image stands as one of the few visual records from the final days of the Nazi regime. This photo was taken in England during World War II. The woman is painting white stripes on the cow as a camouflage measure. These stripes were meant to make cows more visible on roads in low visibility or nighttime conditions, reducing accidents during the blackout period. This photograph shows the Gadget, the world's first atomic bomb. Detonated during the Trinity test on July 16, 1945 in New Mexico, this device marked the beginning of the nuclear age. The wires and connections are part of the complex setup required to initiate the explosion. This photo, taken in 1940 during the Nazi occupation of Paris, shows the Eiffel Tower adorned with a giant V and a banner reading, "Deutschland siegt auf allen Fronten." Germany is victorious on all fronts. These symbols were intended to increase the visibility of Nazi propaganda in the city. In this photo from the Nuremberg trials, Nazi leaders are seen during their trial for war crimes. Ironically smiling and seemingly relaxed, some defendants attempt to maintain composure in this historic courtroom. The trials are considered a turning point in holding individuals accountable for crimes against humanity. This photograph captures a unique moment from World War II on the Eastern Front. In the image, German soldiers are seen posing with a bear, holding signs indicating the distances to Berlin and other cities. Such photos reflect the soldiers' attempts to find humor and boost morale amidst the harsh conditions of the war. During World War II, the Boeing factory was disguised with a camouflage rooftop designed to resemble a small town to protect it from air raids. This fake rooftop was intended to conceal the aircraft hangar from enemy planes. This photo from 1945 shows African-American soldiers preparing artillery shells labeled as Easter eggs for Hitler. One soldier holds a shell with "Happy Easter Adolf" written on it, while another poses with a sign saying "Easter eggs for Hitler." These humorous messages reflect the soldiers' efforts to keep morale high, despite the harsh realities of war. This photo shows the Nazi flag at half-mast at the German embassy in Sweden on April 30, 1945, in response to Adolf Hitler's death. It marked the final official gesture of respect for the leader of Nazi Germany. This photograph shows Horatio Gordon Robley's collection of tattooed Maori heads from the 19th century. Robley was known for his fascination with Maori culture, and these tattooed heads were traditionally created by Maori warriors as a way to intimidate enemies. However, this collection became controversial in Europe.